When does roster construction stop being a phrase and start being a declaration of war? And what does it say about the Dodgers' absolute refusal to accept anything less than total domination that they're now hunting for Freddy Peralta, a legitimate Cy Young candidate, to slot in as their fourth or fifth starter? Good afternoon, Dodger Nation. It's Monday, January 19th, 2026, and if you thought the Kyle Tucker signing and Edwin Diaz acquisition were the final pieces of the puzzle, then you haven't been paying attention to how Andrew Friedman operates. Because according to insider Hector Gomez, the Los Angeles Dodgers are pressing hard to acquire Freddy Peralta from the Milwaukee Brewers. Not exploring, not casually inquiring, pressing hard. And when the Dodgers press hard, things happen because they got something no other team in baseball has. Unlimited financial resources combined with a farm system deep enough to make any trade work. Let's set the stage here, because the audacity of this pursuit is almost incomprehensible. The Dodgers just spent $240 million on Kyle Tucker. They just broke the closer market with Edwin Diaz. They've got a rotation that's supposed to feature Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and Tyler Glasnow. And now, they want to add Freddy Peralta, a pitcher who posted a 2.70 ERA, struck out 204 batters, and finished fifth in Cy Young voting last season. They want to add him as their fourth or fifth starter. Let me say that again, fourth or fifth starter. That's not roster construction. That's psychological warfare. That's what happens when an organization decides that winning isn't enough. They want to break the spirit of every team they face before the first pitch is even thrown. Now, here's the genius of targeting Peralta. He's actually affordable. While the Dodgers are throwing around $240 million for Tucker and breaking the closer market with Diaz, Peralta is only making $8 million in the final year of his contract. He's a bargain. He's a luxury discount. He's the kind of player who allows the Dodgers to add elite talent without completely obliterating their payroll. But here's the catch. The Brewers aren't going to just hand him over. They know what they have. They know Peralta is one of the best pitchers in baseball. So if the Dodgers want him, they're going to have to pay in prospects. And that's where the Dodgers' organizational depth becomes a weapon. According to the report, they have the prospect assets to make any major deal. The Dodgers can dangle names like Dalton Rushing, Josue De Paula, River Ryan, or any number of young arms and position players. They've got the depth, they've got the flexibility, and most importantly, they've got the willingness to part with future assets if it means winning now. That's the difference between the Dodgers and everyone else. The Yankees want Peralta too, but they're constrained by their own payroll and farm system limitations. The Dodgers, they can offer the most attractive package without breaking a sweat. Let's talk about what adding Freddy Peralta would mean for the Dodgers rotation, because this is where it gets absolutely absurd. You'd have Shohei Ohtani, the two-way phenom, taking the ball in Game 1 of playoff series. You'd have Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the Japanese sensation, lined up for Game 2. You'd have Tyler Glasnow, the power pitcher with triple-digit heat, ready for Game 3. And then you'd have Freddy Peralta, a legitimate Cy Young candidate, available as your four-starter. That's not a rotation. That's a cheat code. That's the kind of pitching staff that makes opposing managers file formal complaints with the commissioner's office before the series even starts. And let's not forget about the bullpen. You've got Edwin Diaz closing games with his entrance music blaring and triple-digit fastballs. You've got Alex Vizia and Buster Gratterall handling the middle innings. You've got a bullpen so deep and so dominant that opposing teams are essentially playing for second place. When you combine that with an offense that features Kyle Tucker, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Shohei Ohtani, You're looking at a roster that's historically unbalanced. You're looking at a team that's built to win not just one championship, but multiple championships. Now, let's address the broader narrative, because this is where things get interesting. The report captures the sentiment of the rest of baseball perfectly. To the despair of MLB fans across the country, the Dodgers have become the villain. They won the 2024 World Series. They won the 2025 World Series. And now they're in the process of assembling a roster so dominant that the 2026 season might be decided before opening day. For fans of other teams, for purists who believe in competitive balance, this is demoralizing. But for Dodgers fans, this is what excellence looks like. This is what happens when you combine smart management, unlimited resources, and an unwavering commitment to winning. And here's the thing that really gets people. The Dodgers have proven that, with intelligent management and a blank check, you can in fact buy championships. They didn't stumble into back-to-back titles. They built them methodically, strategically, and ruthlessly. They identified weaknesses and fixed them. They found undervalued assets and exploited them. And they spent money in ways that maximize value. That's not luck. That's organizational excellence. And now they're doing it again, adding another elite piece to an already dominant roster. Let's talk about the timeline, because this matters. Peralta is in the final year of his contract. After 2026, he's going to hit free agency, and the Brewers know they can't afford to pay him. So they have two choices. Hold on to him, hope they contend in 2026, and lose him for nothing in free agency, or trade him now and get a haul of young talent that can help them rebuild. And if the Dodgers are pressing hard, if they're making an aggressive offer, the Brewers might be tempted to pull the trigger. Because what's the alternative? Lose him anyway and get nothing in return? But here's where it gets complicated. Other teams want Peralta too. The Yankees are interested. The Mets might be interested. And while those teams might not have the financial flexibility of the Dodgers, they've still got assets. So this is going to be a bidding war. And in a bidding war, the Dodgers almost always win, because they've got the deepest pockets, the best farm system, and the most willingness to part with prospects if it means winning a championship. So where does this leave us? Well, the Dodgers are pressing hard for Freddy Peralta. They've got the assets to make a deal work. And if they land him, if they add a legitimate Cy Young candidate to a rotation that already features multiple aces, we're looking at a team that's virtually unbeatable. The 2026 regular season becomes a formality. The playoffs become a coronation. And the three-peat becomes not just possible, it becomes inevitable. The Dodgers have declared war on the rest of baseball. They've got Kyle Tucker in right field. They've got Edwin Diaz closing games. And they're hunting for Freddy Peralta to complete the puzzle. This isn't just about winning anymore. This is about making a statement. This is about creating a dynasty so dominant, so overwhelming, that future generations will talk about the 2026 Dodgers the way we talk about the 1927 Yankees or the 1984 Tigers. This is about immortality. If this breakdown got your adrenaline pumping, do me a favor. Smash that like button and drop a comment below. Do you think the Dodgers should trade for Freddy Peralta, even if it costs them elite prospects? Or is this too much? Let me know what you think, because this is the kind of move that defines dynasties, and I want to hear from every single one of you. Let's go, Dodgers.